These days, almost all new projects launched are leasehold and at record high prices. Many resale projects are also at their price peaks. In general, if you look at most older leasehold properties today, their price trends will look something like this. The problem is that by the end of their 99 years lease, their value is supposed to reach this, $0. The same applies for both private property and HDB flats. So logically, the price curve of a leasehold property can't keep rising. It will have to peak at some point and start moving downwards towards its eventual target at $0 as the lease runs out. So are you sure leasehold properties will retain their values in the long term? Now, in theory, there are a few scenarios in which a leasehold property owner could escape before the value reaches $0. Number one, of course, if you sell it off much earlier while there's still many years left on the lease. Number two, through an en bloc sale. And in the case of HDBs, this will be SIRS or VERS. Number three, the government grants you a lease extension. Well, to be frank, there's no precedence to say whether lease extensions are doable at all. In fact, I believe most likely they may not be. Why? A lease extension is like granting a free COE renewal for your car. It doesn't sound equitable or fair. So let's talk about en bloc. Yes, it has been a very attractive way for older condos to cash out. Historically, en bloc owners have gotten good payouts because many of their estates have been older ones with underutilized land plots. For the developers, there's a lot of value in that. However, most of the condos built in the 2000s and beyond would have probably or likely maxed out their plot ratios. In an en bloc, there's then going to be not much value for the developers. Potential supply will also increase with each passing year. We've been building more and more condos since the early days of Singapore. So there's a possibility that even with an en bloc exit strategy, in tomorrow's market, you may not break even. Now, I know I'm sounding a little bit pessimistic, but the reality is that leasehold is what it is. Land that's only on lease to you, it's temporary. Prices may still appear to be going up today, but logically there will be a point in time when it has to turn downwards to reach $0 value at the end of 99 years. Now today people may generally not yet be afraid about lease decay, and in fact I often hear things like, somehow the government will do something lah, you know. Well, my friends, don't be led by blind belief. Unless they really start addressing the issue soon, the risk is that the time will come. Singapore and our properties here are growing older every day. So be careful not to be the one buying at the peak, lest you end up being stuck if the value starts sliding downwards. Well, don't be mistaken, I'm not saying that you should only buy a freehold property or not buy property at all. It's perfectly okay going for a leasehold one. In fact, most of our properties here are leasehold. However, I just have a few tips for you. Firstly, have the right expectations. A profit may not necessarily happen moving forward. Number two, be wary and financially prepared with the risk in mind, especially when buying an older leasehold condo or HDB flat. Number three, pay attention to the profile and location of the property. Ultimately, there will be some that will keep their value better than others. Now, I know not all of you may agree with me on this subject, but it will be interesting to hear your thoughts. So please feel free to share them with me in the comments below. Until then, see you around.